The lesson.
Oh, yeah.
After this is when you dropped your debut album.
Yeah, Rotisserie Gold. It's another mixtape. So I haven't even released an album. I've only released 3 mixtapes.
So that was a mixtape. That wasn't an album.
Yeah.
Okay. And now that was 2016. And then 2017, you've actually had another big support slot for Designer, who's a dude that had the hit joint Panda.
Yeah.
So how did that support slot come about? And, how's your memory of that particular event?
I think I just got booked through, I think it was FOMO at the time. FOMO, I think, might have been booking him. And then I just got put up for support because they thought that my manager put me through, or my booking agent, and they just thought that we matched, like, the same energy. And so we went out and did, like, the support with Designer, and it was very interesting, but it was crazy. Like, he's just like, he played Panda quite a bit, and then he played his new joint, which at the time was what is it called? It's sick. I can't remember what the song is called. I listen to it all the time though. I'm just too cooked. But yeah, he played that he played that heaps, and his set was just like wild, and he's very entertaining. He's very entertaining to watch, and it was sick. And so we played an all ages show, and I remember like they were both all ages, the Sydney and the Melbourne one, and the crowd there was sick because all the kids at the front were like the underage, and then at the back were like the overage. But when they it made like the underage kids were going so hard that made the overage kids want to go harder as well, and like just everybody else that was there. So it just continued. So like it was like energies bouncing off energies, and we were just up there just going insane and like chucking water and shit. And it was sick. So we did that, and then I met Designer when I got off the plane at Sydney, and he's just because he's basically like he was only like 18 or 19 at the time, and so like was still a kid, and like I don't even know how old I was, like 24, 25 maybe, and he was just so fun. He was so excited just to be in Australia and just having like just the sickest time. So yeah, it was sick to just support him and just go on tour with him as well.
Now, that was 2017, and then I think off the back of that, you've actually like done a few festivals, and I'm going to guess maybe that's where you did the slot with Peking Duck, maybe? Or was that after 2017? Yeah, so that was around that time, and you did a few festivals, didn't you?
Yeah, I did a few festivals like throughout then. I think I went on tour with Peking Duck as well as their main support in 2017, and which was sick. And then, I'm pretty sure that's when all of the festivals were happening.
And then still in 2017, you dropped another mixtape?
Yes.
Now, what was the name of that mixtape?
It was the Social Alien 2 Memoirs of a Milky Way, or Memoirs of the Milky Way. Now,
when you've toured that, for your Sydney show, did you have ChillinIt warming up for you?
Yeah, I did. That was mad. ChillinIt and Talakai both warmed up. Like, they did a joint set at, it was the Chippo, I think, the underground one, and it was like a small, like, a really thin stage, and they came out and smashed it. And then I met those boys that night, and they were just mad appreciative of me putting them on, and I was just like, dude, thank you like so much for warming up and killing it, which they did. And obviously, like, both of those guys are killing it now. So like, yeah, it's sick. It was pretty cool to just see the evolution of like just, like what, because I didn't really know Chill before that, and then when he supported, I was like, fuck yeah, this is sick. And then like when he was doing his like his Overdrive videos and shit, like I started watching those, and I was like, man, like this is fucking dope, and he can rap. It's fucking sick. So like, yeah, it was very mad to see him in action, not know about him, and then to find out about him and be like, okay, cool, this cunt's fucking got it going on.
Now, if you didn't know him prior to that particular booking, what is it that made you put him on that show? Is that your manager or?
No, he's a hustler. He hit me up. he just messaged and he was like, man, I'd love to support your tour, and I was like, sick. And I think he also hit me up for another tour as well. I think it might have been another show after that. But I normally, like, with supports and stuff, I sort of, like, get, like, everyone. Like, there'll be occasional times where, like, I'll have the same support, but, like, I always, like, if there's someone that, like, I'm sort of feeling, or someone that, you know, approaches me out of nowhere, I'm just like, I really respect it. So I'm just like, yeah, man, like, jump on, like, do what you need to do. We needed a support, and you've just slid in. That's exactly what you need to do. And that's the thing that, like, I used to do when I was, like, younger as well, is, like, you never know, like, how important, like people don't know how important it is to just slide into people's DMs and ask them, and just be like, oh man, like, I know you got a tour coming up, can I support it? Because majority of the time it's gonna happen because no one's even thought about supports, and like, well, fuck, I need to get that ready, and then, like, there it is. Unless, like, you're homies with someone that, like, you're gonna, like, you know, you want to champion and, like, bring up and stuff like that. But majority of the time it'll just be, yeah, like, I'll just get new people to jump up and do their sort of shit. And I like checking out the supports as well, because it's just a good indication of, like, you know, where you're at to where, like, everybody else is at too, and just, like, stage show wise. So yeah, sick.
When you you know, I guess first met him, and I'm going to guess you checked some of his performance, if not all of his performance on that particular night. From meeting him and seeing his performance that first time, could you see that this guy was special and that he was going to take it to another level, or you didn't really see anything in particular at that point in time?
The thing that sort of, like, because I remember we had a conversation as well afterwards about, like, energy, and about, like, doing, like, end performance and stuff like that. And Chill has, like, an abundance of energy, and he's very, like, he can get a crowd going regardless, and it's very important when you're an opener, and, like, when you're opening and support, to have that energy. And him and Tala both have that, and just in his interaction within the crowd and stuff, and, like, you know, talking to people and everything. So, like, I mean, I could definitely see that, like, you know, he was definitely going to go up, because he just had all of the main points that, like, you needed to be, like, a successful muso, basically, to continue doing. And I mean, like, people got around it when they were at my show. Like, it was probably, like, a perfect support for him, because, like, you know, my crowd's always sort of open to anybody, and they also know, like, a lot of my fans know that, like, I'll put someone on that, like, I normally like, and if I'm liking them and they like my music, they're probably gonna like the support, so they'll get down early to check them out. So yeah, but I could, like, definitely tell that he and Tala, they both have, like, definite potential, and obviously it showed, and now he's, like, one of the biggest, like, like, he is the biggest probably, except for Leroy in, like, Australia. So, like, I mean, it's pretty insane. But yeah, like, good on him. He's killing it, so it's sick.
Now, did you guys maintain contact, or has there been any interaction since that, or that's pretty much the first and the only time that you guys have sort of chopped it up?
No, I've seen him a couple of other times and stuff, like, on various occasions. But I jumped up with Dante while he was opening for Sticky Fingers, and I think which was only, like, a year or two ago, and that's when ChillinIt was main support for Sticky. And so yeah, I saw Chillin', he was just like, man, like, remember when, like, I was fucking, like, when like, I was, like, your support and stuff like that, and I was just like, yeah, man, dude, you're fucking killing it, so good. And yeah, like, I'm genuinely, like, I'm happy for him. But yeah, I haven't seen him, like, too much. I've seen just chilled with Tala, like, a couple of times, and we've worked on a couple of joints, but other than that, yeah, I haven't really, like, seen too many people, and especially over COVID and stuff, like, there was, like, a lot of time where you just didn't see anyone. But I've relocated from Melbourne to Sydney now, and I've just been getting introduced to, like, heaps and heaps and heaps of people, and, like, it's fucking mad. Like, there's just so many, like, great musos down here and producers, and I think that's what's so, yeah, what's mad about being in Sydney now.
Now, as someone who, you know, got to meet and see the 2017 Chill, and now you can see the 2022 Chill, for you, why do you think that he has had the levels of success that he has had to date?
Because he's just being himself, which he is, and he loves his fans. And that's the thing, and that's what I've said. I've said this to everybody that I pretty much ever meet if I've ever had this conversation. But, like, you will never be anywhere without fans. You will never do anything unless you have fans that love you. And I mean, like, people that even aren't as talented can still get fans if they give a fuck. And there's some people that like they don't need to have fans, like as in like they don't need to like sort of hang out with their fans, like they're just genuinely like great musicians and you can be a fan of their music and stuff. But in this gen, it's like very, you need to keep in touch with your fans, and I think I say that so much to everyone because it's so true. Like I wouldn't be where I was right now if I didn't go out every show and every support that I did and say what's up to like every single person. I mean, even at the Bliss and Esso show that just happened, I went out as soon as Bliss and Esso finished and stood out there for like an hour and a half talking to everyone and like taking pictures and stuff like that. I mean, like you need to do that, and it definitely benefits you because from the amount of people that you've talked to that night, you'll have a conversation, like it's sort of like in there that they will have a conversation with someone else that doesn't know you and they'll be like, man, that dude's a sick cunt because like he hangs out and like, you know, like is appreciative, and which I am, because like, I mean, they've come to check me out. They've obviously come up to me and they're just like, man, like your stuff's great. And I'm just like, thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate you for even coming to tell me that, because that gives me the fuel that I need to continue going. So I would say those two. And he's also like very talented. Like a lot of his Australian bars and stuff, like they hit home and like, and he just nails them. Like he's just got like that sort of, yeah, like, and he's just very like tongue in cheek as well. And yeah, he's just living it up. So, I mean, people love that shit and it's good. It's great for content purposes, and it's doing well for him. And yeah, he's just smashing it. So it's good. It's great.
The lesson.
927. Oh, yeah.